Hey Brian, what do you got there?
Oh, this is the most valuable tool in my sewing kit.
What is it?
Let me show you. Another more important tool that I use a lot of are the curved upholstery needles. It allows you to go into the material and out of the material. It also allows you to grip it in a manner which you can use a lot of force. You can't get that force with a straight needle. The idea behind this is that we can sew the fabric from outside without the thread showing. So that this is where your skill comes in and experience and your ability to sew it without the thread showing. So that would be called a blind stitch. The curved needle is designed so that it can go into the fabric and out of the fabric in one easy motion. The size of the needles will be dependent upon the application and the fineness of the fabric. A finer fabric and a tighter stitching, you'll use a smaller needle. And then as you get into the heavier, thicker materials, then you're going to use a heavier needle, of course, like your leathers and your dust cover cambric and so on like that. These ones here leave a finer hole, so if you're using the finer threads, you can bury your stitching a lot easier.
Is there a standard or a most common size? You have a ton of different sizes.
Again, this would be for like a smaller threads, fine seams. And as you get to the thicker, more heavier leather or cambric, when you're sewing on the inside. This would be when you want a finer sewing job, and then of course then this one was not so fine because it's got the heavier thread. And this would be the eye of the needle, and this is where the thread goes through. Oh, this is very, very sharp, and you want to keep your hands on the opposite direction of this needle because it is very, very sharp, and it will go into you very easily. If you poked yourself with this, and I have so many times, and it hurts so much.
Go back. Start that again. I wasn't framed up.
This needle is very, very sharp, and I've poked myself so many times. It's really painful, and it's something you don't want to do. Always keep it away from you. So I'm just going to show you how easy it is to use the needle. So I use the curved part here. I grab it here, and so you can come through here. So you come out the top like that. Again here, then you can go through this fabric, come out here. It's a little difficult sewing backwards. So you can see you want to keep your thread, see how that hides in there? Again, you want to do the same thing here.
What types of stitches can you execute with this? Is it just blind stitching?
Well, blind stitching is blind, meaning you can't see the threads. So there's two kinds of stitching you can do. You can do a single thread where you're moving along with a single thread zigzagging in and out of your seam, or you can use a double blind stitch where you're using two threads and then now you're doubling back and forth this way, crisscrossing your stitch, your seam. Single stitch would probably be the quickest. Double blind stitch would be double the time, of course. This is not a good demonstration of this seam because it's got a piece of piping in the middle, but you can see how your threads they pull tight and it cinch the seam up.
These aren't common tools for homeowners, are they?
No, these are very specific needles, and you can only find them at specific upholstery supply houses. Michael's does have a similar one in their leather repair kits. Leather repair stores may have them as well, but they don't have the same nice flow curve that these have. This has that nice round curve which goes in the fabric and out very easily. The thread strength is really important. If you buy just regular fabric thread, these will snap while you're trying to use it, and that's not what you want. The thread is strong enough to cut your hand if you pull hard enough.
Is there a special name for the thread?
Upholstery thread, that's it.
Does it come in weights like fishing line?
No, there will be diameters, but the diameter size would be depending upon the stitching application. So a decorative thread may be heavier, as you can see here. It's a heavier thread. So then this would probably be a thread that would be showing on the outside of the fabric. Of course, you want to use the appropriate color for the application. This is a finer thread here, which is ideal for machine stitching and hand stitching. This will fit both in our sewing machines and our needles.
Do curved upholstery needles and straight sewing needles do the same jobs? One just does them better, or are they for completely different jobs?
Different application. This one here, you can sew a finished goods product like this from the outside. Straight needle would be used for a seam that's accessible and two pieces of fabric are up that you can pull your needle through and back and forth. So that means that you would be looking at the inner side of the seam. This is the outside of the seam, so a straight needle can only sew in straight direction, whereas a curved needle can go in and come back out of the fabric.
Can a curved needle sew in a straight direction?
Yes, it can.
Well, then why aren't every needles curved? Do they sound like the better needle?
Because they don't, I really can't answer that question.
Because you can't fit a curved needle in a sewing machine, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. That it wouldn't look very good, but oh, definitely keep them in a safe container, preferably something that you can either hand make or a sealed jar type of container. But you want to keep them in a place where they can't be lost.
Do they wear out?
No, if you do abuse them, however, and you're sewing some thick, heavy-duty leather, if you grab these with pliers, you're going to put burrs on the side, and then when you go to use this with a finer fabric, it's going to pull on the threads and cause problems for you when you're sewing fine fabrics.
They look like something that could maybe be bent. Do they bend?
No, these will break. These are tempered steel. This will snap if you try and bend it. Again, it's hardened steel. A lot of the stuff that we use tool-wise for upholstery are hardened, tempered steel products.
Final thoughts on how important they are for a furniture repair kit?
This I use every day. You will not survive in the upholstery business without these.
Thanks for watching Revive. You'll find links to all the products we used in today's video down in the description below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss any future uploads. You can also visit us at revivefs.ca to learn more about our professional furniture repair services. And if you're ready for more, there are videos on screen right now that we think you'll enjoy.
Hey Brian, what you got there?
Oh, these are my curved sewing needles.
And what are they for?
These are for sewing fabric from the outside.
Let me show you. Look, 'cause we're
Oh,
gonna cut to you.
Yep, right, yeah, okay.
Hey Brian, what do you got there?
Oh, these are my, sorry.
Hey Brian, what do you got there?
Oh, these are some of the most useful things that I use for closing seams on the outside of furniture. No, I was supposed to say, let me show you, right?
Hey Brian, what do you got there?
Oh, this is the most valuable tools in my sewing kit.
What is it?
Let me show you how it works.
That was probably the closest that we've got so far.
Okay,